This island destination has epic adventures and European elegance. It's often compared to Hawaii or New Zealand. Come with me as we take a virtual tour of Madeira.
Welcome to Travel Tuesday with Teresa, the ultimate source of Wanderlust inspiration. Join the journey led by your host, Teresa Belcher, founder of Honeymoon Islands.
Welcome back. I'm Teresa from Honeymoon Islands, and you're watching Travel Tuesday with Teresa. And today, my guest is Martin from Visit Madeira. And Martin is going to take us on a virtual tour of his island. He's calling in from Madeira today. Welcome, Martin.
Hi, Teresa. Thank you for having me here today to discuss a bit
Yeah.
about Madeira with everyone.
Awesome. So you're going to take us on a tour of Madeira, which is known for beautiful landscapes, beautiful beaches, lots of dramatic adventure and landscapes on that island, and your beautiful city of Funchal. And that's where you're located today. But before you start, I'd like for you to pronounce your name because you deserve a proper introduction, and I will butcher your name. So how do you pronounce your last name, Martin?
So my name is in Portuguese, Martim, and my surname is Noronha. So Martim Noronha.
Okay, that's what I said.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's over to you.
So as I said, I'm Martim Noronha. It is a pleasure to be here today. I work for Madeira Promotion Bureau, and we are the destination official DMO. We have been founded in 2004, and our main mission is to promote the islands of Madeira and Porto Santo. So where exactly is Madeira, you might be wondering yourselves. So Madeira is this group of islands, Portuguese islands, located in the Atlantic Ocean. It is actually closer to the African continent rather than to the European continent. The group of islands is located southeast of Lisbon, about 1,000 kilometers, but only 500 kilometers from the African continent, so very close to it and to the Canary Islands. So next up is the climates. We are known for having a mild climate throughout the whole year. The average temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the year. So that would be 20 degrees Celsius. So it's mild climate throughout the whole year round and with lots of hours of solar exposure. Now, how to get there? We are very well connected with all the main European capitals. In terms of US visitors, such as yourselves, you might be interested to know that we will have a direct flight with United Airlines flying from May until September this year, with three flights per week from Newark airports. Other options are also traveling from the US to Europe or even to Lisbon, and then from there to Lisbon to Madeira. That's just 1 hour, 30 minutes flight. So quite a quick flight. So as I've said previously, Madeira is this group of islands. There are 8 islands in total, but only 2 are habited. One is Madeira, the biggest one we see here, and the other one is Porto Santo. They are very close to each other, but very different, as we will see over the next slides. And starting with Madeira and its capital, Funchal, where I am based at, it's a beautiful city located at the amphitheater of a natural bay, as you can see. Now, this city started developing itself from the old town part and then developed to its west side into the new town, as we call it. And we'll start discussing the historical center, where you'll find beautiful churches, beautiful monuments, and also beautiful cobblestone streets. I always describe Funchal as this cosmopolitan capital, where the old and the new mix up within themselves. So you've got the old with the monuments, the churches, the museums, but at the same time, amazing restaurants, amazing shops for your clients to enjoy themselves. Also in Funchal and at its origins, we have the Old Town with its beautiful cobblestone streets filled with restaurants, as you can see here, and beautiful monuments such as the Fort of St. James the Lesser and the Chapel of Socorro, one of the first churches ever made in Madeira. Right at the edge of the Old Town, you'll find the farmers markets, one of the big attractions where you'll find every day fresh fruits and vegetables, where the locals go to buy and do their own groceries, but you also find fresh fish at its own fish markets. So it's one of those things not to be missed. And speaking of gastronomy, which is quite important for us, Madeira has a rich, diverse gastronomy. From our typical breads that you'll see here on your left, the bolducaco, to the limpets, our most famous seafood dish, or even our espetada, grilled pieces of meat, which are grilled over a fire oven and are seasoned with salt and a bit of garlic. And we also mix the bay leaf, which is typical from our forests. And finally, one of our most famous cocktails, the poncha, made with sugarcane rum and orange juice. But we do have other flavors where you can taste all of them here in Madeira. Also, still in the drinks, the Madeira wine, our most famous wine. This is a fortified wine, which is between 17 and 22 degrees proof of alcohol. So it's quite strong, but it's very sweet. So we have it as an aperitif or as a dessert wine. It is a wine that has traveled all around the world. And fun fact, it was used to toast the Declaration of Independence in the US. So it does have a few connections to the United States. Still in the gastronomy, loads of other dishes for you to try, from the wheat soup, the tuna steak, or even the black scabbard fish, or even the fried maize. All of these are delicious, and I do advise you to try them when you're in Madeira. But besides the typical gastronomy, we also have the contemporary and more fine dining cuisine. Here you have 3 examples of Michelin star restaurants in Madeira. From the center part, the Zarma, the latest one we have, to the Il Galo here on the left, or William restaurants on the right. We are still in Funchal, mind you, so you cannot miss the Monte Parish. So we climb up now for 540 meters of altitude to visit this beautiful parish of Funchal that you can see down there just by the sea. Now, to get there, why not try the cable car and then go down in one of the most famous activities, the wicker sledges, which are quite exhilarating. Not to be missed as well in Madeira are the parks and gardens. Now, with this good climate we have, you can find beautiful plants and trees from all around the world. They do develop quite well in Madeira. So there are different parks and gardens that you can visit and see all these beautiful species of plants in Madeira. And now, to get beyond Funchal, there's much more to see. Going through the south coast, you'll find the most beautiful sunsets on the parishes of Paul do Mar and Jardim do Mar here, or even in Ponta do Sol. And right after Funchal, you have the beautiful fishing village of Câmara de Lobos, which Sir Winston Churchill loved to paint when he was there. This scenery that you see here on your left. And still in Câmara de Lobos, you can visit the Europe's highest sea cliff at Cabo Girão here on your right. It's located at 580 meters of altitude. Now moving to the north coast, as you can see, the scenery gets even more dramatic. It is the mountains and the ocean quite close to each other in a beautiful palette of colors, green and blue. Now here you can visit the beautiful natural pools of Porto Muniz and Seixal that you see here. These pools were formed because Madeira is a volcanic island. So when the island was formed, the volcanoes right next to the water formed all these beautiful swimming pools that you can experience nowadays. Still in the north part, you can also visit the beach of Seixal. Now, this is a black sandy beach. As I said, Madeira is a volcanic island. There's not many sand beaches here, though we do have them on the other island, Porto Santo, where I'll get to in the next few minutes. One of the other big attractions in the north coast are the vineyards that give birth to the delicious wines we have. Now, your clients can visit these in the north coast and enjoy some wine tastings. So by now you can see that the island is filled with exuberant nature. We do have a forest which is called the Lauri Silva Forest. Now, this is worldwide protected by UNESCO. So it gives birth to, for instance, the water that we have with plenty of amounts in Madeira. And you'll see over the next slides a bit more about the activities around all this forest that we can do, from the canyoning to the mountain biking to even the trail running, but also getting back to the water part, the hiking. Our ancestors have built these water channels you'll see here on your left called the levadas. Now, these are distributed around the whole island, and they were built to bring the water from the mountains and north side to the south side, where the majority of population was established. They still exist nowadays, but you can hike alongside them in the middle of the nature, which is a quite nice activity. Being an island surrounded by ocean, obviously we have a lot of under the sea and over the sea activities, such as the stand-up paddle, the surf, or even scuba diving, to name but a few. Also, golf is very important for us. Madeira has currently 2 golf courses on the island of Madeira and another one on the island of Porto Santo, and we are currently building a 3rd golf course in Madeira, which should be ready by the end of 2026, beginning of 2027. Now moving to the other island, Porto Santo, that you see here, much more different from Madeira, more flat with less mountains and with its biggest attraction, which is the beautiful golden sandy beach. Now, to get there, you can either take the ferry boat from Madeira to Porto Santo, that's a 2 hours, 15 minutes journey, or take the airplane from Madeira's airport to Porto Santo's airport, that's a 15-minute plane ride. Now, this island, as I said, is much different from Madeira. Its golden sandy beach is one of its biggest attractions, but not just that. You also have there the golf course designed by Severiano Ballesteros. You can also do thalassotherapy and hot sand therapy in one of the hotels of the island. The ocean all around it allows your clients to enjoy diverse activities, from boat tours for whale and dolphin watching, to scuba diving tours, to kayak, to name but a few. You can also do mountain biking, hiking, and horse riding tours in this beautiful island. Now, mind you, Madeirans have been welcoming visitors for more than 200 years, so we know a thing or two about entertaining our guests. And that is why you'll find a rich calendar of events. There's always something happening around the island somewhere, because we do love to party and we take all those excuses to celebrate a lot of events and festivals. You'll find more about these on eventsmadeira.com website that you can see over here. Finally, I'd like to go to the different types of accommodation you can find in Madeira, starting with the quintas. Now, these are very typical from the islands. The quintas are basically old manor houses which used to be owned by wealth families who have moved to Madeira, and nowadays they have been acquired and have been transformed into hotels. So they have large rooms, many of them with access direct to the gardens with large spaces. So it's something different for your clients to enjoy. From the quintas, I'd like to move to the boutique hotels. Now, these are located in the center of Funchal, close to all of the attractions, but with all the amenities that a 4-star and 5-star hotel will be able to offer you. And finally, to the 4-star and 5-star hotels. Being an island, Madeira, many of these hotels will have rooms with sea views for your clients to enjoy. So there are many of them distributed all around the island, so you'll have plenty of choice for your clients.
Going on holiday to stay in the shade? Or to walk around for hours in the heat? Spending a day choosing a wine? Wake up at dawn and spend the entire morning contemplating the past and spend afternoons doing nothing? Yes, it's everything I'm into. Madeira, everything you're into.
So that's me, that's Madeira. I'll leave you with my email address here. If you ever have any questions about Madeira, anything at all, feel free to contact me. And Teresa, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me here today to talk about Madeira.
You're welcome, Martin. So it's a beautiful island. You're so lucky to live there. I'm very jealous. I do have a couple questions. Do you suggest people self-drive around the island like they would in Hawaii, or would you suggest they base it in Funchal and do day trips around?
It depends on first on how many days are they staying in Madeira. So, for instance, if they're staying for more than 5 nights, I'd say, yeah, definitely perhaps stay a part of it in Funchal and then stay somewhere other around the island. There's hotels all around, so you'll find hotels in each parish all around the island. In terms of driving itself, if you enjoy driving, definitely drive and hire your car. Though Madeira's roads can be demanding, the island is not flat at all. There are a lot of ups and downs, so you really need to use your gearbox. You really need to know how to drive. But having said this, driving in Madeira, it's quite a nice experience.
And they drive on the right-hand side of the road, right?
We drive on the right-hand side of the road, yes.
Same as America, right? Okay.
Same as America.
Right. So how many nights would you suggest someone stay in Madeira to really get a full grasp of the island experience?
I'd say at least between 5 to 7 nights, at least. And there'll still be a lot of things you won't be able to discover. It is a small island, but as I've said, a group of islands. So you can even go and visit Porto Santo, the other island, and see how different it is. You can do a lot of activities in Madeira. You can enjoy a lot of delicious food. So between 5 to 7 days at least.
And do you have a cruise port on island? Do cruise ships stop to see Madeira?
Yes, we do actually in Funchal, the capital.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you very much for this education on Madeira. I've met lots of people from Madeira, and I think it's a great destination. So if anyone is interested in going to Madeira, please reach out to me. I'm Teresa from Honeymoon Islands, and if you can dream it, we will create it. Bye. Bye, Martin.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more episodes that will unveil new horizons and immerse you in the beauty of global discovery. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, if you can dream it, we will create it.